Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the slight delay there. I'm very pleased and very glad to open these proceedings where the Irish Government, ESB and Renault-Nissan launch what I think is a historic day in Irish motoring as we announce the government grant scheme that's been introduced to be administered by Sustainable Energy Authority of Ireland to assist the Irish motorists to do the right thing, to actually cut out the carbon, cut out our reliance on imported fossil fuels, and save money. Running costs of about a fifth of what's going to be to fill your tank, even in these days when oil hasn't even peaked. So that is the historic opportunity we have here. I'd have to say I was nervous on Friday night. I was kind of thinking of the portents of what's about to happen. And I was watching Leinster versus Clermont-Auvergne. And I was shocked to receive Clermont-Auvergne sponsored by the Renault motor car company. And I said, this is not looking good. This is a bad portent, I said. But Renault played brilliantly, Clermont-Auvergne played brilliantly, and were very gallant losers. Renault or Leinster were equally gallant winners. So it was a good portent. Actually, the following day, I was even more encouraged when I saw a Munster rugby team sponsored by Toyota, a plug-in hybrid halfback in Rowan O'Gara, who was also very good. And I hope we continue this rugby motoring connection when Leinster play Toulouse, who were sponsored by Peugeot in the end of the middle of next month, that we are gallant winners again on that day. I want to commend Renault for their coming over today and for the work they've done in the last year since we first set up this memorandum of understanding we have. I want to also thank Nissan. I visited Japan a year and a half ago as part of a visit to see about how we develop our ICT industries with the Japanese government. I had a series of meetings with the Japanese politicians and companies. I had a really strong sense of their commitment in that country, in the companies, in their people, in their government, towards reducing carbon. That their actual engagement in climate change has been a very serious one. And I want to mark and acknowledge that here, that Nissan, like a lot of Japanese companies, are actually turning that ambition into reality. They're actually leading the way. So you're welcome, gentlemen, and your companies are welcome here, and we appreciate the commitment you have given that this country is one of the first places in the world that these new vehicles are going to be rolled out. Some of the best vehicles we have available to us, along with vehicles from other companies who we're looking forward to working with. Can I say, just for the Irish perspective, it's a sunny day today. There's a slight feeling in the air that spring is here, or summer is even around the way. There's a slight sense, I think, of pickup. And actually, today's announcement just reinforces it in my mind. If I look at our economy as to where the growth is going to come, I see it coming. I see people working hard. I see people working hard in farming despite bad weather, tough times. I see people working hard in hotels, bringing down prices, turning tourism around. I see people working hard in the public service, and I want to commend the public servants who worked on this, who for less often now, in our difficult budget times, are actually working harder and doing more. To commend their role and the work that they've done in making this happen. I want to commend the ESB. I think this opportunity we have is where the real economic opportunity is. This meeting point between ICT and energy efficiency is one of the areas where the greatest new economic opportunities is. We are well placed in this country because we have one of the best distribution electricity supply companies in the world. I said at our launch in April last year, when we set up our first memorandum of understanding, that you're dealing here with an electricity company that has an 80-year record in this country of delivering on what it says it will do. And I think today is an example of that. And I look forward to the next 2 to 3 years, we see them working out our charging points to make this happen. But the real opportunity for me is that wider economic one for us, is actually using Ireland as a testing ground for these new clean, green technologies. That working out the software systems, working out the communication systems, working out the procedures and the way you actually make it work is actually where the economic opportunity is for this economy and what we are good at. We are a small economy, we're an open economy, we're a flexible economy. We have some of the world's leading ICT companies in the world based here. So we have everything in place to make this happen. There will be mistakes. You have to learn by doing. We have to willingly accept that. We have to embrace some of the new technologies, the risks that are involved in them. Because with the risks, you also get reward. I was reading this morning about Henry T. Ford's experience. His father, a Corkman, Munster. He left his home farm and went to Detroit and set up a business, first of all funded by William H. Murphy. Sounds another Cork man to me. He went bust, and he started again, and it went bust. And that company went off and became Cadillac. And then there was a local garage, he got some showroom space from the Dodge twins, and they set up a company, and it separated out from Ford. But it developed, there was an industry developed around that city because it was at the start of the whole new industrial revolution around the combustion engine. This country now, I believe, is the opportunity, and we're seeing today in reality, is one of the real, at the face of this new industry in the 21st century, which is clean, green energy technologies. The whole world is looking at this technology and betting on electric vehicles. This is one of the few countries where it's actually going to be tested. And I think on the back of that, we will see endless economic opportunity as we get it wrong and get it right. And that's the historic opportunity I see here today. For the Irish motorist, it offers the prospect of them doing the right thing more easily. Fuel costs at a fifth of what it was if you were to fill your tank. For the Irish motorists, we have in the ESB a company that's going to be able to make it easy for them to get from Dublin to Cork, stop for a cup of coffee, and not have to pay for any fossil fuels along the way. So that, for the Irish motorist, it is a very important and a very attractive day. But I think the wider significance of what's happening here today should not also be missed. The economic renewal, the new economy that we are developing in this country. I look forward to asking our colleagues who have come here from abroad and from the ESB to maybe make their own comments, and then we look forward to signing the agreement we have reached and putting it into action. Thank you. All right, thank you very much.